All right, well, let's see how this goes. Yeah, I did plan ahead. I knew I was going to be playing an app game because tomorrow is going to be a full table day. I don't want to show off too much, just in case some of my players are watching this before before tomorrow. But yeah, we're doing our first city adventure in Dungeons and Dragons, and I did a double table build, side by side tables, and I'll show off this much if I can get because I have shown this picture to the players. So, but this is taking up the entirety of my tables. So I am just playing an app game tonight and on Sunday, and probably the following weekend after that. So let's try this Steve Jackson's Sorcery game. All right, that's okay. Ooh, that's loud. You have walked the wilds of Kakabad, through Care and the spiteful Baklands, all the way to Mapang. These are some difficult names. You have survived traps, thieves, serpents, and vengeful gods. And now it is here, the crown of kings. Okay, pretty interesting. It is said the crown was never forged, only found, by Shalana the Reformer, a lowly foot soldier who became emperor of the Eastern world. Such is the power of the crown. The air around it crackles with influence. Is this the beginning? I'm going to take it. But I also want to see if I can go back. Is this... Your destiny awaits. With the crown... Oh, I guess this is the beginning. With the crown in your hands, you will be as powerful as Shalana. The goblins are arming, the giants are waking, and the birdmen carving cruel daggers from stone. War will come, but you will prevent it. But then, the image of the crown begins to flicker. You rush forward. It's a trap. Oh, no, it's a trap. And startle yourself awake. You are alone, exhausted, in a little hut in the outpost settlement. Your unimaginable journey is not even a single step begun. Oh, yeah, see? That's why. This is the beginning. Inkle presents Steve Jackson's Sorcery. Part 1. The Shamuta... Yeah, the hills. The hills. So it says here I got a stamina 20 out of 20. I got 0 gold, 0 rations. That can't be good. And something here says panther. Do I get a panther? I don't know. Nothing happens. I can pinch in and out. Woo. Come in, Radio Tokyo. Okay. The Kakabad Sea. Oh, okay. That's where I am. I'm glowing right there. Okay. So let's center. Scroll left and right to review your story so far. Tap the bottom to rewind. Okay. So how... It is sunrise. You dressed. Breakfast on bread and goat's milk. And collect the pack and sword from beside your bed. So I can test the blade, I can pray for luck, or I can leave the hut. Let's test the blade. You pause to test the blade against your thumb. The blacksmith has done well. The edge is keen and draws a narrow line of blood. Outside the hut, you hear the outpost settlement stirring to life. Now let's pray for luck. Taking a moment more, you close your eyes and raise a prayer to your spirit guide. This morning it has the form of a panther. Oh, you see, panther. But what will it become once your journey truly begins? A great calm descends upon you. Time to go. Time then to depart. You lift back the flap of the hut and step into the early morning sunrise. So it's kind of like a choose your own adventure or something. Outpost settlement. Okay. Your eyes follow you as you leave the hut and walk towards the great Shamotanti Wall. The frontiers people of this tiny settlement are well aware of your mission. Well, greet them. Hi there. How you doing? Let's see. Is this still a little bit too much? Hey, that's a little bit better. Too much glare. What can I do about that? Let me see. That didn't make it better. Is it the angle? That's a little bit better. So it is the angle. Maybe it's not that light. Maybe it's this light over here. Let me take a look. Hold on. I want to make that a little bit better. Did that make it worse? No, maybe it did make it a little bit better. Okay. You turn to them and bow. Some smile in reply, but are too afraid to approach. Others make gestures of protection. You're going beyond the wall, so they believe that you are to be cursed. A man is waiting on the path of the Kantopani Gate, the final doorway between Analand and the wilds of Kakabad. You recognize the sergeant of the Sightmaster warriors. He holds out his hand. What is he? Want a buck or something? Oh, no, that's not what I wanted to do. No, can I go back? I didn't want to say get out of my way. Oh, I hit the wrong button. Is there a way to go? No, I guess not. No, I want to reset to the prologue. No, okay. Just gotta be careful. So instead I say get out of my way. Okay. Get out of my way, you growl. I will not keep you long, he answers, lowering his hand. But I bring you a gift from the king. 24 gold pieces. It is all we can spare this time. He holds out a pouch. I'll take half. I had a choice of take none, take half, or take it all. I'm going to take half. You take the bag, count out half the coins, and return the rest. The king will need them, should I fail, you declare. You choose a path. You choose a harder path, but I respect you for it, the Sightmaster replies. You must collect your spellbook if you wish magic to aid you. And should you wish to practice your swordplay, I will go one last round with you. He points with his staff towards the training ground. This sounds important. Training ground. Oh, yeah, see, training ground, buy rations, and collect spellbook. Okay, let's go to the training ground first. You walk with the sergeant to the training ground, and he wraps the base of his staff in leather. Okay, I'm ready my sword. Time to begin, the sergeant says. Oh, I guess I'm trying to do the voice, right? Time to begin, the sergeant says. We will practice the stances. First, defend yourself against me. Okay, so it says choose your attack power by dragging your character sideways to defend. We'll go sideways. To defend, stay fully left. Defend. The Sightmaster is a powerful enemy. By defending, you will receive the minimum damage from any attack he makes. The Sightmaster Sergeant makes a light attack, saving his energy against your defense. I will now defend myself, he says. Whatever attack you play will damage me, but a strong attack will use up more power. You should choose a weak attack. To select a weak attack, move your character a small distance to the right of the defending stance. There, cut. My next attack will be weak, he declares. You will be able to overpower me by playing a stronger attack. But be sure your attack is stronger. You can't make a stronger attack by pulling your character more to the right. I see. Was it stronger? I guess so. Overpowering a weak attack is easy, so you should aim to use as little power as possible. The enemy's stamina is at the top. If this reaches 0, you've won the fight. My next attack will be as strong. No. My next attack will be one of my strongest, he declares. If you can perform an attack, you may overpower me, but otherwise, you best defend yourself. I got nothing to defend, I don't think. I got nothing to make the attack. Sideswipe is it. That's not going to work, so I better just defend. You defend yourself. The Sightmaster Sergeant attempts a strong attack, but you receive only a small amount of damage. He will be weaker now, so his next attack will be lower. My next attack will be a medium strength. You may be able to overpower me, if you wish to try. Okay. Let's go with a side swipe. Oh, not good. The Sightmaster Sergeant performs a medium attack, but your attack is weaker, so you are hurt. You'll suffer more damage because you left yourself so undefended. If you think you will be overpowered, you should play a smaller attack or defend. My next attack will be low, says the sergeant. All right, I see. Okay, I figured that out. A tie. See, I was before I went for like a tie. I was thinking I'll go for the same amount as him, but no, a tie doesn't work. You have to go stronger. If you can't go stronger, you got to defend. I got it. You perform medium play, overpowering the Sightmaster Sergeant. He bows. You have finished me. Excellent. 4 stamina lost. Decent dueling. Okay, continue. Do I get anything for that? You seem to remember the basics, the sergeant says breathlessly. Good. Another round? That's enough training for now. I got it. I understand how combat works. You shake your head. Very good, the sergeant agrees. But if you wish a bout in earnest, then I warn you, I will not go easy on you. He indicates the wider yard where there's space for a true match. Okay, fight in the yards. That's now an option. I'm going to go to buy rations. I got 12 gold. Small traders in the settlement supply these Sightmaster warriors with weapons, armor, food, and clothing. You go over with the sergeant to a stall selling flatbreads and cheese. 2 gold pieces per ration, the owner says. I will buy 2 rations. You hand over your coins, and the man places 2 rations carefully into your pack. You must be sure. Who's that talking? The sergeant. You must be sure to eat every day, or you will suffer. The sergeant tells you to stand at your side. Eating more will give you extra strength, but is not necessary. Maybe I should have bought more. Check the contents of your map or your pack using items in your map. Okay. So maybe I want to buy some more. Can I buy some more? Oh, I can't go back in there right now, huh? Let me collect my spell book. Oh, wait. Oh, I got it. One of the huts, set slightly back from the others, is decorated with glyphs and strange symbols. A terrible smell emanates from its doorway. This is the hut of the chief mage. He has been preparing your spellbook for days, reading star charts to work out which spells will be available to you in different locations in the hills and beyond. Do without the book or go inside? I'm definitely going inside. Oh, that didn't help anything. There we go. You lift the flap and go inside. The mage looks up at you with haggard, sleepless eyes and presses the book into your hands. Do you understand how to use this? He asks. Tell me. Each spell is crafted through the alignment of 3 stars. The spell Zap, for example, is made by aligning Zarsost, Aegeus, and Pni. But that is not important. What matters is that the spell is called, and what it does. Zap will give you control over lightning. Hot will create a fireball. Faf will create a force field around you. Shall I continue? Tell me more. The mage nods. The law spell is formed from Lilith Aegis Wax and will allow you to control the will of unintelligent creatures. The wall spell is quite different and uses different stars. The automatas, you see, WAL, creates an invisible barrier. And you'll find the rest in the book. He adds as he taps the leather-bound volume. I want to know more. The mage looks surprised. Well, DOP spell is useful for locks, walk, will shield you in battle, and dumb will cause clumsiness. He scratches absently at his ear. Remember, some spells will cost you effort to use, but the ones that don't will not work without a focus, an item of some kind. You will need to read the book to know that. Research magic using the spellbook button on the map. Okay. Ooh, now my thing says a baboon. It said panther before. See, can I go back here? No, I can't go back to the shop. All right, I guess it's time to go. You reach the foot of the mighty gate. It is sealed. The sergeant places one hand on the wood. The gate has been locked for some time to raiders, he tells you. But you will have no difficulty. The stars in this place allow DOP spell to be crafted. And he stands back. So, let's cast a spell. Whoa, 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 whoa. Oh, that's tap the letters to find the spell. D O P. Top. Ah, this is interesting. You weave the spell. One by one, the great tumbles of the door begin to creak and groan. Then the hinges turn with a noise like hail on a canvas roof. The gates have not opened since our last champion was lost. The sergeant says, I wish you more luck than he. Perhaps you'll even meet him on your travels. If he's dead, if I overtake him, then he is too slow. That does not concern me. I fear that he is dead. The Sidemaster nods, peering at something on the horizon. I believe he is returning, but transformed. I hope you do not meet the same fate. He stands back from you. To the gate. Together you summon the shadows of the wall. One last word, he declares. When you have the crown, find the highest point you can find. We will be watching. Watching from where? From here. The Sightmaster warriors are selected from birth for their incredible powers of telescopic vision. You cannot help but wonder how far he can see. Tell me what lies ahead. This path leads first to Cantipani, a settlement of traders, though most are rogues and thieves. You should be there before the sun has reached its peak. From there, 3 routes lead on to Cristani, but no single route is safe. Kekabad is a land of devils. And beyond Care? Oh, I said enough talking. I pressed the wrong button. Enough talking, it is time to go. Striding away, you pass through the gate. The faces of the folk watching you depart reveal the hope that the rest of you... The faces of the folk watching your departure reveal the hopes that rest on you and your quest. The early morning air is crisp, and the rising sun paints the slopes in the shadows of peaceful beauty, concealing the evil that lies ahead. Okay, so this is telling me it looks like I got one choice here into Kakabad. Kaka is bad. Okay. Crows are everywhere, I see. My stamina is back up 19 and only 1 point away. Maxing out. The path winds through the slopes of wild scrubland. The countryside is deserted, and the eerie silence is broken only by the cawing of the occasional crow. There is a spell for hearing what they say, but you do not have the equipment it requires. The bird appears to pause in the air and examine you as they pass. They make you uneasy, as if you were an intruder in their presence. Keep walking. Barely an hour beyond the wall, and the air begins to grow foul. The Shamotanti hills are infested with the pestilence of the Baklands. It saps the energy from your body, leaving you feeling nauseous and weak. It says, cover my mouth or keep walking. I'm going to cover my mouth. You cover your mouth with your neck scarf, but it does no good. They warned you of this. You will grow accustomed to it the longer you are out here, but for the moment, you must be very careful. Your maximum stamina is just decreased. Holy shit, it did. Your maximum stamina is just decreased. You can see your stamina at the top of the screen, and it reaches 0. You'll be too tired to carry on. It's 10 out of 10. It was 19 out of 20. Stamina can be regained up to the maximum by eating rations or resting. Okay. Oh, now it says fox. Travel cross country. A low rise. Let me see that. Fox. What happens? Nothing happens. I bet this is the little village they were talking about. I don't see anything else of interest up around here. There's more villages. Okay, but tell me I got 2 locations. I'm going to go to the low rise. Another hour passes, and you crest the small hillock. Nope. Another hour passes, and you crest the small hillock, from the top of which you can see the path continuing downwards into a small settlement of huts. This must be Kantapani. It says, look at the village, look for a way around, or move on. I want to look at the village. From this distance, it's hard to make out much about the town, except that it must be desperately poor. The fields on either side are brown with caked mud, and few penned animals are thin and weazened like thirsty vines. No wonder the Sightmaster warriors don't trouble themselves to protect this place. There's nothing to protect. It says avoid the village. Cross country is gone. Yeah, so it did say travel cross country over here before, but I guess that option is gone. I'm going to go into town. I keep thinking I got to press it. I have to drag it. Of course, if you were scared of a town like Kintapani, then you could not hope to survive in Kakabad proper. You follow the path down into the town. The round huts are made of hard-baked, bright clay, and the roofs are thinly thatched. As you pass, eyes appear as dark doorways, tracking your every move. For a moment, it seems like this will be all you see of the town's inhabitants. But then, a villager appears from one of the dwellings and blocks your path. Look at him, threaten him, push him out of the way, or cast a spell. I don't know what spell to cast. I don't even know how to find my stuff, so I'm gonna look at him. He is 5 feet tall. They cannot grow much taller out here in this poisonous air. He has a thick-set arms and thighs and is half clothed in tattered breeches. His eyes are wild, and his long red hair and beard stand out from his face in a wiry tangle. "Halt, stranger!" he commands. "What business have you in Cantapani?" "I want to buy equipment. I'm merely passing through. Any directions? I'm a hungry traveler and need to eat." Let's just say I'm passing through. "I'm merely passing through," you reply. "There is no need to be concerned." But the villager is not content. "Passing through to where?" he replies, wild eyes gleaming. "There's nothing out there any honest man should want to see." I can say I'm on my way to Care. It's none of your business, stand aside, or simply push them. I'm going to say I'm on my way to Care. I'm trying to be nice here. I'm trying to be nice. "I'm on my way to Care," you say. I myself have never left this village," the man declares with pride. "Although I can tell you there are 2 paths ahead, but my advice is not free. You must have money for me. For 2 gold pieces, I'll tell you what I know." Okay, so I have 8 gold. So I will find out for myself. For nothing, I will pay your fee, or I won't pay to hear your make-believe. Ooh, I like that last one. "I won't pay to hear your make-believe." The man shrugs. "Your gold won't save your hide from the lotus or the elfin," he replies. "But it's your decision." And he stands aside to let you move on by. You stride on into the very center of the village. There are a few large houses here. Even Cantapani has its nobility, it seems. But the only spot of interest is a small inn offering food and sale. Okay, enter the inn or pass it by. I will go to the inn. I get some more rations here. A place to rest or something. You head inside. The place is just a low table and a black iron pot above a stove. A woman watches you with wide, fearful eyes. So I can either leave or greet the woman. I will greet the woman. "Greetings," you declare, bowing slightly to the woman. The gesture appears to make her more afraid, not less. "How much are your provisions?" "Uh, one gold piece for the stew," she replies in a thin, hungry voice. But perhaps you want some food to take with you, seeing as you're a traveler." You can ask for stew, ask for provisions, decline both. I want both. I want some stew now, and I want provisions. But just in case I can only make one decision, I'm going to ask for provisions first. "I need provisions I can carry," you reply. "I have a long journey to make." She seems to size you up and down, and then decide you to be trustworthy. "I'll give you bread and cheese for 2 meals," she says. Two gold pieces. As she lifts a cloth from a surface behind her to reveal a stack of food. It says, "Pay her, haggle her, or strike her down and steal her food." Wow! Wow! I want to get through this game just so I can play it like a bad guy here. Hold on, my voice is getting a little dry. Okay, thank you for indulging me there. So pay her a haggle. Let me try to haggle. I feel like this is Dark Tower. I'm going to try to haggle. She's going to close the bazaar on me. Oh, damn it. I hit the wrong button again. Oh, no. No. Can I go? I have to go back. Oh, no. Oh, damn it. Looks like I'm playing the bad guy. You stride over, pushing her out of the way so you can help yourself to some food. She staggers back against the table, but she is no feeble underling, for no one can survive a week out here in the hills. She goes back up in a rage, but instead of approaching you, she pushes the cauldron over with a spoon. Hot stew splatters forward, burning your face and arms. I can strike her down, or I can leave before things... this hell in a handbasket here. Strike her down. With another blow, you knock her to the floor where the stew is mingled with the dirt and straw. You take her bread and cheese. You place it into your bag, then without another glance, you turn and leave the inn. Times are truly bleak and cockabad, you reflect. You head out of Canopy and along the path to the Shamatani Hills. Am I going to get away with this? Yeah, past. Yep, let's go, go, go. Just go, dude, just go. Striding past the outlying huts, you send the villagers rushing indoors to hide. Then, at the edge of town, you pass a large boulder, and at once, two rough-cut villagers spring out with swords drawn. Bandits. 2 against 1, the first one declares. You're lost, calls the other. So hand over your things, come on! I can hand over my backpack, I can reason with them, or I can deal with the curs. I'm going to deal with them. You draw yourself to your full height. You have mistaken me for someone else, you declare. You will suffer for that mistake. The bandits growl and advance on you, one in either hand. Let me cast a spell. I don't know what spells I can cast. What spells can I cast? FOF. F-O-F. Create a force field. Cast. Woo, I remember that one. I should have made notes. You cast a spell, raising an invisible force field all around you. Try as they might, the bandits cannot harm you. They cannot even get close. Realizing the power of your sorcery, they quickly flee back to the village. This is a stroke of luck, as the force field does not last long. You continue along the path, leaving the village behind. About half an hour later, you reach the start of the climb into the hills proper, and continue upward. That cost me some energy. I'm down to 5 stamina. Yeah, climb into the hills, get out of town while I can. My sword slipped, I'm sorry. Leaving Cantapani. Leaving Cantapani behind marks the true start of the wilderness. Beyond that tiny outpost, there are scattered homesteads and care, a thriving city port, but all are touched by cruelty, isolation, and fear. The backlands and the long shadow cast by the Mampang fortress darken everything. And with the crown gone, or no time for... I'm going to go with and the crown gone. And with the crown stolen, things can only get worse. In the long years since Shalana the Reformer founded the Alliance, the crown has been passed from kingdom to kingdom every 4 years, ensuring each one has its turn to lead. But no more. Ruddlestone, Lenderland, Galantria, and Bryce have all enjoyed its power. But not Analand. But when the crown came to Analand, it was stolen by birdmen from Zaman, carried off to Mampang. With the crown, the Archmage will be unstoppably powerful. There is no chance of sending an army against him. A military force would not survive the journey. So here you are, a lone hero, walking the long path to Mampang alone. 5 minutes later, you reach a fork in the road. The sergeant, for all his eyesight, hadn't mentioned this. Didn't he? I thought he did. Why am I still hearing a city? That's better. The road splits around the base of a gigantic tree, but does not rejoin on the other side. The left path winds down into a valley, and the right rises up a slope towards the first thick forest of the hills. Okay. Left path down a valley, and the right up a slope. I want to look up the slope. I want to look right. It's hard to see much further uphill. The forest is sudden and thick, and the path narrow. It may be harder going in that direction, but the hills will involve a lot of climbing eventually, and you may get a decent view of the next leg from atop the ridge. I'm liking the right direction. Let me take a look left. You pause to consider the lower route. There's a river there. The path follows the left bank. It is a safer route, secluded and protected, but the curve of the landscape would mean that you are almost backtracking. You are about to make your choice when you hear a faint cry from somewhere close at hand. Ignore it, it's a trap, or look around. I really want to say it's a trap, but I'm going to say look around. You look around. Then finally, up in the branches of a tree, a pair of weazened, calloused feet are dangling down over your head, about to drop on you, perhaps. Throw something in the tree, say who's there, or climb up. I'm going to throw something into the tree. Like a dagger, maybe? Casting about for a decent-sized rock, you settle on one and then turn and lob it into the tree. You aim carefully for your target. A wily old man who looks as thin and bedraggled as a winter shrub. The stone strikes him and he cries out as he almost topples from the branch. Oi! You almost had me eye out! Interesting picture. Apologize, aim better this time, or leave him miserable. I will apologize. I'm sorry, you reply. I thought you were an attacker. Me? He laughs. I'd crack my thumb if I tried to squash a woodhouse. Now, will y'all help me down? The slow way, too, if you don't mind. Help him down? What are you hiding from? Or what's he hiding from? How the old man got up to the tree is a puzzle. He looks too frail to lift his own weight. What are you hiding from? You cry. Damned Elvins! He replies. I was traveling from Dumpus to the outpost settlement in Anland. But I were waylaid by Elvins, robbed me blind, all but took me eyes, and left me up here in the tree. I keep growing older, you see, we all do, but some worse than others. Climb up, but for now I'm too old to get down. Help him out of the tree, leave him, or climb up towards him. I feel like this is a trap. Okay. Well, I'll climb up towards him. You swing yourself up onto the lowest branch of the tree, and the old man shrieks in alarm. Oi! He calls, trying to retreat along the branch. Oh, what do you want? A few branches above him, you notice a buzzing beehive. Ignore the man and climb for the hive. Help the man down or leave the tree. Wow, this has gotten interesting. I'm going to ignore him and climb. Yeah, I'm going to ignore him and climb for the tree, for the hive. That says continue. Ignoring the old man's yelpings and wailings, you climb higher through the branches of the tall tree. The beehive. You hear that? That's even better. Jeez. At least we could read things before. What happened? The beehive hangs like ripe fruit from the very highest branch. A huge number of bees dance in and out in a swarm. There was a spell to talk to animals. I can't remember what it was. Let me see. You bounce notes a few hands or something. Cast a spell. I don't know. What is there to choose from here? That's kind of cool. Ooh. Looking up at the stars. Oh, okay, zap. You cast a spell and a lightning charge shrieks along your arm and into the hive, which explodes in a fireball. Quickly, the whole tree is alight, and you drop down in a hurry, leaving the old man shrieking with fear. You rush away from the blaze. I keep accidentally killing everyone. Oh my god, I'm a horrible person. Help. Well, I got 2 stamina. Oh, here's a spell. Oh, geez, now there's the spell book. Oh. Law. That's why it's for non-intelligent creatures to be controlled. Oh, that's what I should have done. Okay. Is there nothing if I hit eagle? Okay. Let's go the high route. The high route seems the most secure. In a valley, you can easily you can be Let's try that again. The high route seems the most secure. In a valley, you can be easily observed from above and led astray, but out in the hills, you can go whichever way you choose. Of course, when night falls, it may be cold and exposed up on the slope. But no matter, this journey will never destined to be easy. You begin to climb, letting the cries from the tree fade quickly away. The path winds upward into the hills and into the cover of wood. The afternoon sun glints through the trees and plays tricks on your eyes. Every so often you catch the glimpse of a strange-shaped animal or other watching you, only to find that it is a silhouette of branches, leaves, caught at an odd angle. After an hour's walk, you are starting to feel hungry. Stop and eat. I got rations. The high route seems. You clamber to the top of a low stone dolmen, then sit and pull out a quantity of your cheese and bread to eat, while admiring the view down the hillside through the break in the trees. You feel better for your rest. Time to move on. You stand and put on your pack, on which you had been sitting to prevent any creatures getting in, or any other things falling out. Then you return to the path. The climb continues, the path twisting this way and that. The air grows cold, and the sun flickers on the horizon, then sets, making it hard to see your way. But the moon is full, and when twilight is done, it will be bright once more. Okay, make a camp or keep walking. You know what? Make a camp. I'll make a camp. But to tire yourself out on the first day would be inauspicious. You settle down to make a camp for the night in a natural shelter provided by the roots of 3 gigantic intertwining trees. Your backpack will serve for a pillow, and your cloak a blanket. Before settling to sleep, you check through your pack. You have 3 rations left. I'm going to eat another meal, get me some more energy back. From 3 to 4, now 4 to 5 out of 10. You take some of your provisions from your backpack and eat it. That done, you settle down to rest. The moon is full and high in the sky when you next open your eyes. You feel warm and more cozy than you did before, as if wrapped in a gigantic blanket. There's a pain in your leg. Slowly you realize what's happening. A giant bat has settled on your chest and is feeding on your leg. Oh, kill the bat or cast a spell. Ooh, cast a spell. Law. L-A-W. W. That's it. That's what I should have done before. But wow, my stamina went from 2 to 5 to 2. You complete the spell and the bat stiffens. It responds to your mental commands. Order it away or order it to attack itself. I'm just going to order it away. I'm fine with that. You direct it to fly away, and it dutifully takes to the air and flies away. The soft night returns without further incident. You settle back down. Okay, some more sleep. Oh, I'm back up to 5 stamina. Okay. Once again, the crown fills your dreams. Only now, instead of being hidden away in Mampang Fortress by the Archmage, you see it at the head of a burly village. I'm sorry. You see it on the head of a burly villager in Katapani. Anyone can wear the crown, he declares to you. But wearing the crown, you are no longer just anyone. And then he points a finger at you that seems to crackle with energy, and you find yourself drawn towards him, commanded to do his bidding. The woman from the inn is beside you. She spits at you when you look at her. Suddenly you're surrounded by angry bees. And you are walking towards a crack in the ground. It seems sure to swallow you whole. You stumble at its edge, about to fall. The next morning. Did I sleepwalk? The second day of your journey begins in the morning cool. Still halfway between sleeping and waking, you feel the presence of your spirit, the jackal, close nearby. Its form has changed since you left Adeland, just as you have changed, but it is still pacing beside you. In the temple, they taught you that a prayer to your spirit could heal disease, lift curses, even save you from certain death. A prayer now would perhaps be wise, but the spirits are not generous and decline to help often. You can ask the spirit's age by the prayer button. Okay, walk on. You can feel yourself getting accustomed to the fetid air of the hills. You have now ascended several hundred feet and can expect to make an excellent progress before the day is over. As you crest the brow of the hill, you see something that makes you stop in your tracks. To your left is a clearing, and in the clearing several poles planted firmly in the ground, and atop each pole, a head. I'm going to look at the heads instead of keep moving. I'm going to look at the heads. The heads are all kinds and ages. Some are recently fixed, while others have decayed, and some are nothing but skulls and hair. There are human heads, goblin heads, and two of the heads of creatures that you don't recognize. All have sewn up eyes and mouths. A large X being on a rock nearby is obviously intended as a warning not to venture any further. But ahead the road forks left and right, and you cannot be sure which path you are warned not to take. The right-hand path continues to climb, and the left-hand path winds down the side of the hill. Continue. Take the left path or climb. I'm going to climb. Maybe there's some more trees I can burn. The climb continues up the hill for the next several hours until you are not far from the top. Then the faint sound of bustling activity reaches you. Trampling feet, grunting voices, and the clanking of metal against rock. There's something ahead, hidden by the ancient trees that line the slope. So I could follow the sound or keep to the path. I'm going to keep to the path. You keep walking. Whatever is happening behind the tree line is best left to itself. Soon the path crests the hill and begins to lead downward by a bridge. Oh, that sounds nice. You follow a path that leads sharply downhill into a narrow valley in which stream runs. There's no path along the bank, but there is a bridge. Inspect the ropes and planks, find another way or course. I will inspect. You test the ropes. They seem firm. If this is a trap, it's not the one that will dump you into the river. But you could always struggle through the vegetation on the bank and try to find a forging point. I'll use the bridge. Moving slowly, and with one hand on your sword hilt, expecting the boards to give way any moment, you inch across. The bridge holds and you reach the other bank safely. You now have a long walk ahead of you, along the ridge and through a light covering of trees. I'm going to pray the jackal. Cool, clever beast, takes no risks, no mistakes. Jackal's powerful friend, most dangerous of all. Oh, good. Pray for healing. Got me stamina up to 10. That worked nice. And, well, need to go that way, you gotta go back. So it's the only way to go. The path climbs again on a low hill, covered over with thick bushes, and shrubs that snag at your clothing. Halfway up, you hear a sound, twigs breaking. Freeze or keep walking. I'm going to freeze. Uh-oh. You freeze as a large creature the size of a bear emerges directly in front of you. It has black and white fur and a long bushy tail that trails out behind it. It growls menacingly. It looks like a giant skunk bear. Prepare for the attack or try to edge around it. Can I cast a spell? Prepare to attack. You will not be able to avoid this confrontation. The creature is a skunk bear. See, that's what I said. And when it raises its tail, it releases a nauseous odor. The smell that hangs around it is terrible. Okay, I'm going to cast that law spell again. A W. Nope. A W. You cast a spell and hold your hands out in the air. You command the creature to stay where it is. It is not happy and bellows and snarls at you, but it does not move, and you are able to step around it. The path leads down through the valley and back up another hill. 2 hours pass. Oh, there's like a little settlement over here. Kristatani. Towser Ridge. Okay, let's go over here to approach Kristatani. The sun is now just past its zenith, and everywhere dusty heat rises from the baked earth. You begin to think about where you will stay for the night. Another night sleeping out in the open would be best avoided. But then you see a small village set into the hill. I'm going to look at it before I move on. Smoke rises from the stacks. The houses are well set with stone at their bases and thatched roofs of grass and thick leaves. There is unusually more than just one street running through the center of this town. But it is as though this place, once rich, has had its heart scooped away. Litter surrounds the buildings, and on the village, and on the edge of the village are rows and rows of empty abandoned houses. You continue your slow trudge towards the path. Let's enter the village. You walk into the village. Young hill dwellers pass you and stare at your strange clothes. You keep your hands on your sword hilt to give you a reply. Says, look at the people who are ignoring them. Let's look at them. Look, you lose. Their own attire is rough by comparison of your gear. They wear their hair long but plied up in their heads. These people are ghastly poor. The village is like a ghost town, here on the edge of on a knife edge. If you do not recover the crown, you would do well to burn this place to the ground to spare the people even worse fate. Well, that's dark. So, there's an alehouse and a rest at the inn. I'm going to go right to the inn. The village is small enough that you find an inn simply by walking around. The woman who runs the place stands in the doorway with her arms folded. Are you the king? She demands. Am I a mission for the king? Get out of my way, or no? I'm going to say no, I'm not. No, I'm a mere traveler. The woman narrows her eyes at you. This is a guest house. The best in Kristatani. Only guests stay. And any guest of mine knows it costs me 3 gold pieces to host a man overnight, 2 to feed him. But it's all between friends. Only 5 gold. Need to eat first. Food is just being served. The woman steps aside, and you go inside and sit down. A few minutes later, the husband appears with a steaming pot of skunk bear stew. As you eat, you can't help but remember the terrible smelling beast dead on the path, and the thought makes you gag. You wolf it down all the same and leave the coins on the table. Do you want a room as well? I don't have enough money. Lumen nods, seemingly unsurprised, then shows you to the door. You creep off the edge of the village. Oh, can't go to the other place. Okay. Outside Christatant. Something's going to happen. The cover of the forest is dark, and the ground is thick with fallen branches, mud, and briar. You walk for nearly an hour more. Then you pass a large tree top. A great fist of curling roots. It's the perfect spot to sleep. So we'll eat something. 10 out of 12 stamina. That's good. And now I will sleep. Your dreams are vivid once again. You're walking endlessly. The hills moving up and down under your feet like rippling sea. Every step exhausts you, but no step moves you forward. Meanwhile, a tall black creature strides toward you, wreathed in a foul-smelling smoke. The creature. And in the distance, a deep voice is booming with laughter. The long, cruel finger of one hand curled around the metal frame of the crown. And with the other, he beckons you forward, as if into a trap. Oh, this is somebody goes over here. You wake early and sit for a moment. No great hurry to leave this place where you have lingered so long. This is now the third day of your journey, and the muscles in your legs are feeling lean and strong from which you were doing so much walking. You spend a short while enjoying the pace, then unhurriedly collect your possessions and set off along the path. Kristatani is surrounded by several miles of fields. A filthy town set into a bowl of mud. As you follow the path between lines of sun-baked crops, you come to a fork in the road. The right-hand way leads past a set of outbuildings, while the left heads directly off into the woodlands. Getting a view here. I'm going to go the same way. The only way to get to. So you know what then? I'm going to go this way. You're more than content to leave the villages behind. The backlands are filled with vermin, and this village marks the start of it. For a short while, the sun is feverish, and then you are between the trees once more, and everything becomes cool and still. You walk for several hours uneventfully. This is land that was never settled or explored, and very few traveled this way. In places, bushes and shrubs have grown over into the path itself. I hack my way through, or I move cautiously. I'm going to hack, and I'm going to get a drink. Hold on. Okay. Moving carefully forward, you use your sword to cleave the bushes. Your progress is quick, but silent. Then you come to a fork in the road, still deep in the forest. Oh, yeah, fork in the road. Look at that right there. Someone has thought to mark a sign. Perhaps as a guide, or perhaps as a warning. The way to the right is marked for Dumfus. A left turn points to Aliana. Neither way seems better trod. You will have to choose. It's going to get me into a tiny little place here. Maybe I want to check this out. The path winds between trees and gets greener and more lush. You must be close to the river here, although you cannot hear the water. After about half an hour's walk through the dappled shade, you come across a well-built hut. Flowers decorate its walls. The doors have been painted with ornate designs. The path ends here. I can knock on the door, I can scout around it, or I can turn back. I will knock on the door. Let's be bold. As you approach the door and knock. There's no reply. Scout around it, turn back, or open the door. What about scout around? You perform a swift circuit around the hut, but find nothing unusual or concerning. It seems to be what it is, a hut set by itself, deep in the forest. But for someone to survive out here on their own, surrounded by the beasts of the jungle, they must be quite powerful. I'm going to open the door. You push open the door and stride inside. Dun, 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 dun. Oh, that's a message from my sister. Enter the house. The hut is neatly laid out. You detect the touch of a fastidious woman. Chairs are set around the table as if for guests. A mattress lies in one corner, and a large kitchen area indicates that whoever lives here, they are fond of cooking. Call out. Hello, is there anybody here? To your surprise, a voice answers quickly. Who's there? Who's that? Ignore it. Locate the speaker. I warned you I'm locked. Locate the speaker. Looking into a corner, hidden in a large cupboard, you see a cage. You see a cage in which a young woman is imprisoned. Good stranger, she pleads, let me out of this cage, I beg you. What happened? Or I'm sure you're there for... What happened? Oh, good stranger, she wails. I have been locked up here for 2 days. It was the Elvins that did it. Those mischievous, pranking Elvins. Please, you must help me. I have not eaten, and they have left me here, where I can see all my cooking things, but cannot reach them. I don't trust her. I kind of feel like she's the bad one here. Don't you? You getting that vibe? All right, let's see what happens. I'll help you. If I let you go, what do I get in return? Or your predicament? I'll help you. Going over the cage, you try the door. It is locked, of course. Oh, use magic. You should be grateful that I waste my strength on you, you declare. Oh, but I don't know the spells offhand. I need to get to the map. Oh, I could zap. I'll zap the lock. You summon the spell and point at the lock. The woman must know some magic as she realizes what you're doing. Wait! She screams, don't! You ignore her protections and fire a lightning bolt. It doesn't smash open the lock, but it does electrify the middle of the cage. The smoke clears, the cage is empty, but for a smattering of ash. Oh, God, I just keep killing people. A heavy silence descends. I will search the hut. Perfect. Now you can search the hut in peace. You begin to carefully search the drawers and cupboards of the hut. It is very empty. Perhaps whoever locked the woman up robbed her themselves. All you find is 2 gold pieces and a pouch containing soft brown sand. I'm going to take the lot. You pocket both and turn to go. You leave the hut, and there's a terrible smell of death. You trace your steps to the last junction and take your path to Dumpus. Right through the forest. Who needs the path? You walk for several hours, following the twists and turns of the path through the trees. Then suddenly you stop. You've heard a noise up ahead. Something is moving around between the rocks and the edge of the path. Draw my sword. Oh! You draw your sword, and I'm glad you did so, because a moment later, you are attacked in a flurry of foliage and dirt. A rat bear! Well, bears seem to mix with everything. A rat bear leaps from the undergrowth. It is much closer than you thought. Its sleek black fur allows it to hide in the shadows, so it is almost upon you. You bring your sword up to bear. There you go, the thrust. Oh, it went bigger than me. Cut. Oh. This fight's going bad. I defend. -1. I'm going to go with a cut. -1. I have to defend. Get some energy back. Add defend. Oh, there's dialogue. I mean, not dialogue. There's a story going on. You remain hidden. The pair paces the clearing. Thrust. -4. Nice. I did a nice big attack on that thing that time. You risk an attack. Splashing over the mud, you race into the rat bear, catching it as it rears up. You plunge your sword deep into its thick skin. Light plays through the trees, and for a moment, the true extent of the rat bear's injuries are revealed. Defend. You sense the creature getting angry and drop quickly into a crouch. The rat bear launches its front claws aimed at your eyes, but do not get to attack away for a moment. It's close enough for you to smell its sewer breath. It stumbles back with a raised claw. I'm going to have to go out all big with a cut. It defended. You risk an attack, screaming as you wrestle through the rat bear. And has guessed your move, and it raises its claws to protect itself. The rat bear screeches in an inhuman howl, and you take heart. It has almost fallen. Sideswipe. Oh, that was me. Rat bear wipes his vicious tail. Your own attack is forgotten. As you regain your balance, rat bear's long teeth are dripping wet. It's salivating with the thought of eating you. Drops all fours and lowers its head. I'm going to have to defend. I'm dead. Oh, I'm dead. Readily, you move into defense crouch. Rat bear stays low and tries to ram you. You stagger, and then long claws are digging into your neck and shoulders. One moment you are fighting, and the next, blood and air bubble out of your throat. The last thing you see is the rat bear's long tongue reaching out to taste your flesh. Oh, succumb. What's my fate? You've been killed in combat. Your adventure is at an end. Oh, I went a little bit too big there at the end, huh? But hey, that was pretty exciting. That got me right down to, it was 1-to-1 hit point left on each of us. That's pretty cool. Definitely want to play this again. Maybe I can figure out a better way for lighting or something on this to see it better. I kind of feel like not being able to see much of it kind of ruined some of the video. Yeah. But anyway, this is a really fun game. I enjoyed the hell out of it. Steve Jackson's Sorcery kind of takes kind of takes the whole choose your own adventure, endless quest style gaming to a different level. I'm going to say a new level, but a different level with this app. Very cool. I like it. All right. So Sunday is the next live stream we got. I forgot what app that is I'm playing. I forgot. Gotta check my list. All right, everyone. Have a great night and a better tomorrow. I'm your buddy Big John G for Two Gun Pixel presents Legendary Gaming, and I am